I'm Rachel, and I'm here today for our 7-circle journaling workshop. And so today I'm going to show you an example of how I'm going to use the 7-circle journal to journal about something that I did this week, which is I sold my car. So let's take that white page, let's fill it up with color, and let's make that blank page beautiful. Good morning, this is Rachel with Rachel. Today I am introducing a new way to use the 7-circle journaling method. I am calling this a 7-circle event method. This is when you want to use the 7-circle journaling method to journal about one event or one incident or just one particular topic. This method is one where we're going to follow my tilt method that I use in fiction writing, but we're doing it a little bit differently. So you can see we have a section here. This is where we're going to talk about where we want the story to start, and that can be wherever you want it to be. We're going to talk about what we want. What did we want to happen? What are some different things that we wanted to happen along as the story progressed? What are some of the obstacles that came up that we needed to handle as the story moved along? What were some of the items that we resolved or needed to resolve? And then also, how did the story end? There's plenty of room that we can write between the circles, and we can also draw lines between the circles to show how different items are interconnected between each other. I'm also filming in a slightly different way today, so give me a little bit of slack on that. Not quite sure how it's going to work, so if you see me come into frame a little bit, just know that this is a practice run on this new way of filming. So I thought to model this today, I would talk about the topic of the fact that I decided to sell my car. So as you know, I'm newly retired. For personal reasons, I have decided to no longer be driving, and for that reason, it's a good time to sell my car. I bought my car in 2020, right at the height of the pandemic. At that point, I really needed to be able to drive. I was on call a lot at work, and I just had to be able to jump in my car, either drive to my regular office location or drive to one of the hospital locations where I might be on call as a public information officer. So that's when I got my car. Now, the entire time I've been either practice retiring or fully retired, it's been sitting in the driveway. So my husband and I did a cost analysis of whether it would be a good idea to keep it or sell it, and we decided to sell it. So this started with us deciding that it would be financially best to sell the car. We checked out the different options, and we saw that we could get a $10,000 offer from Carvana, or we could try to do a private sale for $15,000. We agreed that we didn't feel like we had the expertise or the comfort level to do the private sale. So I did the research, and I actually filled out the form. So what did I want? So some of the things I really wanted is I wanted to have a seamless transaction there's something that I have, and it is an anxiety around car problems. And when I connect car problems and money, sometimes that anxiety goes up even higher. So my goal was to have a stress-free interaction with as little anxiety as possible. One of the resolutions for that is doing this with Carvana instead of private. Also, my husband took care of things like taking out all the old things from the car, emptying the car. I was able to go and do the easy things like entering the information from the title. That was all very easy. But when I went to go get the information to put in the odometer information, and I went to go put my key into the ignition, I realized that since I had not been driving, the battery was not charged, which made me feel anxious, and I did not want to feel anxious. So my husband got my battery charged. But then I was still worried about, well, is it going to stay charged? What's going to happen when they come over? What if it loses the charge? So we had to decide, should we take it? Should we drive it? Or should we leave it? Should we reschedule the appointment? We talked it through. The Carvana guy came over. Everything went well. I had pre-signed all the papers. I found the title. I had my license ready. He did his check off on everything. I gave him the title. I got the notification that, yay, you sold your car to us. So, yay, we went inside and we had a glass of champagne. And I got ready to, in a couple of days, start watching for my bank deposit. But then there's another little obstacle, and that is my husband went outside and saw that the Carvana guy had driven away, but my car, I guess now their car, was sitting in front of the neighbor's house. And so then we were trying to figure out, well, what happened? Why did he leave it there? So then that brought my anxiety back up again, because wasn't he supposed to take it away? And if there was some sort of problem, though, wouldn't he have told us? And my husband said, well, it's their problem now. And I thought, well, but what if there's some secret clause? And also, what if this is some sort of weird, thing that looks real? Where there's a Carvana portal and all this verification and all this paperwork and official guy and official truck. But what if they just leave it there, and then so somebody will just come over and steal it? And you guys can see where this is going with my brain kind of looking like this. And so as of right now, I am hoping that the car is safely at Carvana and that the money is safely on its way to my bank account, so that I can just take a deep breath and let this go. I think this was a good one to introduce the 7 circle journal method on a topic, because I feel like I really needed to journal about this one today. This journaling has given me a couple of action items, which is number 1, go outside and look. Is the car there? And 2, go and see if I have a pending deposit. And that is the end of my 7 circle journal for the day. I'm going to set up a template like this for you, so you will have both the first journal I created and also this template. I hope you'll give this a try. I love it. I think it's very freeing. It's a great way to journal where you can see how your thoughts connect. It also gives you just enough guidance, but not so much that you don't feel free to connect your ideas. If you like your page to look very neat and ordered, you can do that. If your brain is a little bit messier like mine is, you can do that as well. You can really adapt this page and make it your own. And remember, at Write with Rachel, we like to take the blank page and make it beautiful. So make it beautiful, whatever that means to you.